team could hear the security guards pounding on the door, but she couldn't move. She could barely breathe. The men in black came out of the shadows. They were undetected until they unsheathed their blades. The scientists and her team were not building weapons of mass destruction. No, they were hard at work building an energy source that would burn bright and clean for decades, a machine that would change the world. The guards finally broke through, their guns unholstered and fire ready. But then they came. Before the lights went out, she saw flashes of red, purple, blue, and orange. And she heard the sound of metal on metal, flesh hitting flesh. And as fast as it began, the lights came back on. She was saved, but the generator was gone. The creatures turned towards her, angry, more frightening than anything she had ever faced that night. Batman caught wind of this break-in. Nothing happens in this city without him knowing, and he will get to the bottom of this. The Batcave is the anniversary of his parents' death, so Batman does what he always do, bury himself in work. It's not the Joker or the Penguin. No, these attackers are ninja, but at closer examination, the bruising on the victims informs the Dark Knight that this is not the work of the League of Assassins. Ra's al Ghul is overdue for a comeback, but these attacks came from someone else. Something else. A new type of metahuman, or some kind of monstrous creature. Batman suits up and, at the behest of his trusted butler Alfred, he takes off into the night. In the sewers of Gotham, Killer Croc had just acquired a piece of technology allowing him to pinpoint the exact movements of the Batmobile. Croc is tired of being the muscle. This time, Croc is going to be the mastermind. The plan is to sit tight till the Caped Crusader leaves his Batmobile. Then he and his henchmen will strip the vehicle for parts. Just a small piece of the Dark Knight's car is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in the black market, and the Killer Croc plans to cash in. As his team enters a level above the sewers, instead of finding the Batmobile, they stand in what looks to be a teenager's bedroom. Unbeknownst to the Croc and his team, 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are hiding out of sight, watching his every movement. A moment of silence is all they needed to take out their pawns. Killer Croc is alerted. Out of fear, his man opens fire. They riddle their surroundings with bullet holes. A shot takes out the steam vents and the room fills with hot air. A henchman makes contact with the turtle. He asks, Who are you? The turtle replies, "We're aliens, brah. Aliens." The hired goons are taken out, but the Croc is still loose. You see, the sewers are home to the turtles, but the Croc also considers this environment his home. The turtles ready their weapons to take on the Croc, and he welcomes their challenge. Elsewhere in Gotham, the Foot Clan are on another mission to gather an experimental signal amplifier. No prisoners, no eyewitnesses. They emerge out of the shadows, unsheathe their blades, and strike a death blow at their target. But they've been had. The Dark Knight set a trap and they fell for it. Batman makes quick work out of the assassins. One is left for questioning. "What do you want? Where are the metahumans?" The Batman demands answers. The ninja explains that they are the Foot Clan, and they just want to go home. The metas? The turtles? A shuriken takes out the ninja before he exposes any more information. An armored samurai presents himself, and he states,
"This is not your battle, warrior. Our secrets will remain hidden. Leave us be, and you will remain safe. Cross us, and you will burn with the rest of your people."
Just as a mysterious man appears to deliver his threat, and as the smoke subsides, he vanishes into thin air. Back in the Turtles' hideout, the Croc is down, but their secret base has been exposed. Raph angrily throws a tantrum about their situation. They could have done more during their encounter with the Foot Clan, but now, the clan is gone and the trail is cold. "Settle down, Raph," Leo interrupts his angry brother. Even in the presence of their master Splinter, Raphael would not calm down. They make their way out of the sewers, but Raph is still angry. Leo tries to gather his brothers, but Donnie is distracted by something else. The Turtles have just stumbled onto the Batmobile, and Mikey is the first to notice that the Batman has the higher ground. The Turtles ready their weapons to take on their new foe. Batman, on the other hand, is always prepared. They attack the Bat with everything they got, but the Dark Knight dodges their assault. He calls for his car. "Tase, level 7. Raph is down and Mikey falls soon after. Donnie is thrown out of the fight, but Leo holds his own against Gotham's defender. Master Splinter saw enough, and he jumps in the middle of their battle. Enough, he screams. Batman is unfazed and he continues his assault. Their skills are unparalleled. They match each other blow for blow, so Splinter decides that a retreat is in order. A smoke grenade was all they needed to escape their first encounter with the Batman. Elsewhere, the Turtles regroup after their battle with a man who dresses like a bat. Donnie has done his research and discovers that this world is very different from theirs. Different movie stars, different countries, heck, even different elements. Raph's patience wears thin and he demands to know more about their attacker. Donnie's research brings up Gotham's vigilante, the one known as Batman. The police aren't too thrilled about him, but he takes down bad people. Raph continues to berate his techie brother. They need to find a way to get back to their reality before Shredder and the Foot Clan manage to open the portal and return first. April and Casey will be in danger. This Dracula guy is just in their way. Raph suggests for his brothers to allocate their time to finding a way to get back home. Leo shares his thoughts. Leonardo had never fought anyone like him before. He was testing the Turtles, avoiding lethal blows. He fought like a detective. Mikey chimes in. He kinda has a crush on the Batman. On Michelangelo's chart of awesome or not awesome, Batman is a bit more on the awesome side. The Batcave. The Turtles managed to escape Batman's grasp, but he managed to keep a souvenir, one of Raphael's Psi. His tech genius Lucius Fox is present to assist the Dark Knight detective. They discover that the Psi is standard steel, but there are qualities that aren't found anywhere in this world. But the weapon is in a state of radioactive imbalance while it transforms into standard steel. The blood sample we got is even more interesting. There is an abnormal strain, a mutagen that doesn't exist in this universe. It is struggling to exist. It is slowly going inert. Theoretically speaking, the longer these mutant turtles stay in this reality, the higher a chance that they will return back to the reptilian form. Lucius informs his employer that if these turtles are from a different reality, then they need to go home. There was a scientist who was working on transdimensional travel, but he vanished a few weeks ago. His plans on dimensional travel are scientifically sound, but it would cost billions using technology not yet available on the market. But then again, the prototype machines that are being stolen are the ones that would be needed to build this dimensional portal. Batman suits up and begins to head towards the next prototype machine. Unbeknownst to him, Master Splinter found the Batcave and is doing his own reconnaissance. The Narrows. The Shredder and his organization struck a deal with one of Batman's greatest enemy, Oswald Cobblepot. The Penguin acquired a piece of technology that the Shredder needs, a Wayne Tech resonance engine. Penguin is ready for payment, but there aren't any cash. This is a ploy and the Penguin is fooled. He's been double-crossed. The Shredder unleashes his clan to take out the Penguin's mercenary. Penguin begs for his life and declares that he will offer his services and wealth to aid the Shredder and his cause. The armored samurai agrees to keep the bird around, as amusement. Far underneath the ground, Master Splinter has gathered his children and they are en route to find aid. He informs his 4 sons that they cannot survive in this reality. They won't die, but they will revert back to what they were before the mutagen. They cannot finish this journey without help. As our heroes emerge out of their hole, they stand in a place few had ever laid their eyes on. The Turtles find themselves in the Batcave. The Iceberg Lounge. Cobblepot has lent his services to the Shredder, and finally their work has paid off. Shredder's interdimensional portal machine is finished. It's time that the Foot Clan goes home. But the Armored Samurai isn't interested in just going home. There isn't any reason why the Foot Clan cannot rule 2 cities, and the Shredder looks forward to seeing more of Gotham. Cobblepot is shocked. He thought that the Shredder only wanted to go home. The Shredder will not accept any subordination. The Penguin belongs to the Foot Clan now, and the Shredder warns his feathered friend. Do not forget that. Shredder demands that Dr. Khan, the kidnapped scientist specializing in interdimensional travel, be brought forth to activate the machine. Elsewhere, Dr. Khan is awoken by the Foot Clan. This poor beaten man hasn't slept for days. He is overworked and his stomach growls from lack of nutrition. But the clan is relentless in their cruelty. It is time to activate the machine, Doctor. Batman came out of the shadows, and the 2 guards paid the price for being in his way. The Dark Knight informs the scientist that there is a boat waiting for him just down the corridor. The man inside will take him back to the city. Dr. Khan tells Batman that he cannot do this alone. Batman replies, "Who said I was alone?" Back at the Iceberg Lounge, the Shredder awaits for Dr. Khan, but his patience wears thin. Something is wrong. Raphael leads the charge and attacks the first ninja he can see. As always, his brothers got his back, but this time, the Turtles enter the fray with a bat at their side. Wayne Manor, 2 hours earlier. Batman has made headway in this mysterious Foot Clan case. The final piece that would create the interdimensional portal has been stolen. Gotham's power supply is being funneled to Penguin's Iceberg Lounge. Batman must move fast, but wait. The silent alarms within the Batcave has been triggered. Someone is down there. The Batcave. Michelangelo enjoys his dino ride while Donatello basks in the heavenly tech that is his place. But Raphael is bothered. He informs Leonardo that no sane man would ever build a place like this, or dresses up like a bat to fight like a vigilante, or even build a car resembling his bat fetish. Batman heard enough. He appears out of the darkness and throws Raphael into the Batmobile. Leonardo gets thrown soon after, but the Turtles regroup. Batman demands answers. How did you get into this cave? Donnie attempts to talk for his brothers, but Master Splinter enters the conversation. The Turtles stand down, allowing Splinter to explain their predicament. He informs their Dark Knight hosts that there is a darkness that plagues their world, the Shredder and his Foot Clan. After a deadly battle with the Foot Clan, Master Splinter and his 4 sons nearly tasted victory until a trans-dimensional being known as Krang came. This being teleported the Foot Clan along with him and his sons to another world. They emerged in the city and they discovered that the Shredder had kidnapped the scientists that built him a portal to get back to their world. Batman heard enough and he made up his mind.
Pack up. We attack the Iceberg Lounge. Tonight.
Present day, our heroes are well on their way to taking down the Foot Ninjas, but the Shredder remains elusive. Shredder can see that his master plan is slipping through his fingers. He will not win the day, but if he cannot win, then he will not lose. He did the unthinkable, and he destroys his only ticket home. But wait, Batman sent the man who built the machine to safety. He sent Dr. Khan back to the city. Wrong. Alfred radios in, informing the Dark Knight that Dr. Khan is dead. There must have been some form of subdermal bomb implanted in the Doctor's skull. The only man who's capable of rebuilding this machine is dead. Hope is lost. Raphael can't hold in his anger. You can't do this, he yells, and he leaps towards the Shredder. But the armored samurai sees an opening and slashes Raphael. And with that, the Shredder fires his grappling gun and escapes the burning building. The Turtles are defeated. A brother is down and their only way of getting home is gone. If they stay in this world, they will revert back to what they were before the mutagen. As smart as he is, even the Dark Knight detective cannot see a way to help his new friends. The Shredder's master plan did not work out, but no matter. The Turtles and the Rat will soon be out of his hair. He will not be going home any longer. His numbers are depleted, but he will rebuild and this city will be his. But wait, this copter is no longer piloted by his men. It is commandeered by the League of Assassins, and Ra's al Ghul has a proposition for his new partner. Arkham Asylum. The captured Foot Ninjas are examined and questioned, but they show no sign of normality. When asked for his name, the ninja replies that he is of the Foot, and he has no name. Dr. Zaheen, one of the many doctors treating the inmates of Arkham, has been doing this all day long, questioning multiple captured members of this Foot Ninja gang. But she gets the same reply over and over again. On her way out, the doctor is questioned by the Clown Prince of Darkness, the Joker. He tells her that there is something fun going outside these walls. He won't miss out on it. Open the door, and maybe he and the doctor can braid each other's hair. Maybe he will kill a few guards if he's feeling festive. Dr. Zaheen suggests that the orderly up the medicine for this high-risk inmate. Wayne Manor. Mikey gets treated to one of the luxuries in the world, pizza, at the expense of Alfred Pennyworth. Meanwhile, in the Batcave, Leonardo tests his skills against the Dark Knight of Gotham. They dodge each other's attack, no one getting the advantage. Batman gets distracted and Leo takes the opportunity to throw the Dark Knight to the ground. Donnie has access to Batman's supercomputer, and he's been working with the Justice League to find a way to help them from returning back to their reptilian form. There isn't a way to stop their condition, except to return home, but Cyborg has found a way to slow the effects. While the Turtles and the Bat enjoy a rare downtime feasting on pizza, Raph slowly grows in anger. He finally had enough and rips off his arm brace. They are dying and only Raphael seems to notice. April and Casey is back at home waiting for them. The longer they stay in this world, the chances they will go home dwindles. Raph turns to Batman and belittles the Crypt Crusader, stating that he is a thrill seeker, some dumb rich guy who puts on a costume and punches bad guys because it seems fun. They could have snuck into the portal and went home and shut it down from the other side, but no. They listened to the Batman and attacked the facility, leading to the Shredder detonating and destroying the portal, their only ticket home. This is all because of Batman. Raph is done. He isn't gonna spend any more time lollygagging in this freak circus. He is going to do some real work and find a way to get his family home. Elsewhere, Ra's al Ghul has partnered with the Rokusaki, the Shredder, who discovered that the captured scientists had found an anomaly trapped between two worlds. Shredder could have sent it to Gotham, but decided against it because of the risks. But the League of Assassins managed to pinpoint its location and revealed what it is. This is what the Shredder needs to burn Gotham to the ground. The machine is activated, and the Shredder warns the guards to be careful. He may be dangerous. His name is Casey Jones. He went through the multiverse to save his friends, and a few ninjas will not be enough to stop his rage. Elsewhere, in the middle of a torrential downpour, Raphael marches towards Gotham City. The Batmobile pulls forth, and the Caped Crusader asks the Turtle to jump in. Arriving in Gotham, Batman takes Raphael to the place that shattered his childhood and created the Dark Knight of Gotham. He takes his friend to Crime Alley, the place where his parents were gunned down by a mobster. Bruce Wayne made it his mission to fight the unjust. He swore he would never allow another family to be broken due to the dirtbags and crime lords of Gotham. He was 8 years old when he lost everything. But Batman didn't take Raph here to guilt him. Instead, Batman sees a family ripped apart by impossible science. He will do anything in his power to send the Turtles home, and he needs Raph to help him save his family. Alfred radios in. The trusty butler informs the Dark Knight that there was an influx of transdimensional energy originating from the Narrows. The Turtles are en route, and so the Batman and Raphael now have work to do. The Turtles had commandeered one of the Batmobile and drove it right through the building. Here, they find the enemy gone, but a familiar face beaten on the ground. You see, Casey Jones traversed reality with 5 canisters of pure mutagen, which can be used to save the Turtles from reverting back to their reptilian form. But the Shredder, along with the League of Assassins, took the canisters. Casey only managed to hear one word before the enemy made their way to the door. Arkham. Gotham City is in trouble. A dangerous substance that mutated the Turtles is on its way to Arkham Asylum. Heck, it's probably there already. Instead of running headstrong into the danger zone, Batman strategically meets with his main contact in the GCPD. Jim Gordon longs for the day when he has simple news for the Dark Knight, a simple mugging, or reports on organized crime. But nope, trouble is brewing in Arkham, and Jim has some valuable intel for his friend. Before he can continue, he sees the unusual, which is considered the usual in Jim's line of work now. The Turtles arrive to meet the Commissioner. Jim informs the Dark Knight and his, friends that the police helicopters picked up strange activities in Arkham. The whole place is teeming with armed guards. A note to the police says that Arkham is now the Grand Fortress of the Foot Clan. Whatever that means. The Penguin makes his appearance. He informs the Dark Knight that the Shredder is amassing an army with only one purpose: to burn Gotham to the ground. Leonardo shows his distrust, but the Penguin states that he is sticking his neck out to share this information to the Dark Knight and the GCPD. The Shredder has Oswald's resources, and with the help of his new partner, he will take this too far. New partner? Batman questions the Penguin. Oswald clarifies that Ra's al Ghul is backing the Shredder. Gordon interrupts their conversation. He informs the group that Arkham is surrounded. The police are in position, but they can't break through without massive casualties. They are holding the line, but they will need help from Gotham's Dark Knight Defender. That's all Gordon needed to say, so Batman, Leo, and Raph swings off towards Arkham. But on their way to the Batmobile, Leonardo falls to the floor screaming in agony. The mutagen is wearing off. The Turtles don't have much time left. The Batcave. Michelangelo and Donatello enjoy some gaming time while their friend Casey Jones gets some R&R after that beatdown. But Casey can't just lie in bed when he has a mission. He suggests that they go round up the team with a new ally to take the fight to the Shredder. It's important that they return home before the mutagen wears off.
I'll be the one deciding what's important from here on out. First on the list, tell me who you are and what you're doing in my cave.
Your cave? Who the hell are you?
Your worst nightmare.
The son of the Bat lunges forth and attacks the intruders. His skills with the sword rivals Leonardo, but it's a 3-on-1 fight, and so they fight to a standstill.
What do you want? Thieves.
We're not thieves, but we're with Batman.
Prove it!
Damien, stand down.
Batman returns with the two brothers. Leonardo isn't doing very well. Casey knows exactly what's going on. Casey was only able to travel the multiverse because of a scientist named Harold from back at home. Leonardo's body is going into shock. The mutagen is reverting. It will take 24 hours until his mind begins to shut down. If this is happening to Leonardo, then it will happen to the rest very soon. Casey brings out a device created by his scientist ally. This device acts as a slingshot and is able to take him and his friends home. Now, but they gotta use it fast before the dimensional positioning changes and the axis of the Earth realigns. The device only needs the right power boost, and the Turtles along with Casey will be able to go home. Leonardo musters enough strength to heroically tell Casey that they can't leave the Shredder, but the Dark Knight isn't concerned. Batman and Robin will face him. They have faced worse.
Father, I've been tracking the League. They are converging. Here, in Gotham.
How much time do we have?
Hours.
Then we need to get to Arkham. Now.
Our heroes depart, but not before getting some wisdom from Master Splinter. He warns to never underestimate the Foot Clan, and if Ra's al Ghul is as formidable as his reputation, then he will double-cross the Shredder. But knowing Oroku Saki, he will double-cross Ra's al Ghul when the opportunity opens up. Alfred suggests for the Dark Knight to debut the Intimidator suit, and Raphael shows his gratitude to their host.
Father, come on!
Alfred, give them anything they need, and get them home, safe.
What about the car?
We are not taking the car.
The dynamic duo enters Arkham via the Batjet. They stay in the shadows, avoiding detection, but their movements have been noticed. Their informant, Oswald Cobblepot, lurks in the shadows. He informs the dynamic duo that the Shredder knew about their meeting above the GCPD. If the Penguin was so eager to give away their secrets to the enemy, then the Penguin will be the first to face the process. Damian notices that they are not alone. Seconds later, Batman's most formidable foes emerges out of the darkness. They were dangerous before, but with the mutagen, they will bring Gotham to its knee. Arkham Asylum, the mutated villains engage upon their prey, the Dark Knight and his son. But Batman has fought these villains before, and he knows them well. Batman begins with taking down Bane. Harley Quinn falls to the Boy Wonder, but Poison Ivy offers a distraction for Mr. Freeze to blast Batman with his cold gun. The Batcave. Alfred and the Turtles can see that Batman and Robin are in dire need for backup, but Casey Jones warns his friends that the transdimensional machine is ready and they have to go now. The Turtles are faced with a dilemma. They have a way to get home, but if they leave, they are condemning the Dark Knight to a death sentence. The machine will activate any second. The Turtles need to decide, but either way, Casey is going in, with or without his friends. Back at Arkham, Batman is trapped in an ice prison, so he orders Robin to leave. Damian Wayne isn't the type to run from a fight, but he reluctantly flees the scene. For now. Ra's al Ghul and the Shredder finally show themselves. Ra's announces that with the mutagen, he can finally destroy Gotham City and the rest of the world. Reborn in his ashes will be an entire world ripe for the taking. The Shredder is disappointed. He expected more of a fight from the warrior clad in black. A ninja brings news that the police forces surrounding the asylum has tripled. Seconds later, Raphael leaps into the scene followed by his brothers and Master Splinter. The Turtles made their decision. They will stay to defend Gotham and their new ally. The Turtles engage their foe, and Mikey is the first to take out the polar bear. Ra's and the Shredder prepares for a fight, but suddenly, Batman returns to the chaos with the Intimidator suit with upgrades. The Shredder engages the Dark Knight in a fight to the death. But even with his new suit, Batman won't win with a 2-on-1 fight. Master Splinter will take on the mutated villains, allowing his sons to plow through some ninjas to aid their friend. It's a 4-on-1 fight between the Demon's Head and the Turtles, and still, Ra's al Ghul is holding his own. Batman is free to challenge the Shredder. They exchange blow for blow with no one taking the advantage. Shredder calls for his mutated villains, but they are all knocked out by Splinter. He approaches his nemesis, and with one blow, Master Splinter knocks out Oroku Saki, the Shredder. Ra's al Ghul's plans are failing. He calls for the League of Assassins to converge upon Arkham, but Damian returns. The Son of the Bat states that he has disarmed the entire League with the help from the GCPD. It's over, Raz. You've lost. Victory is secured, but the League of Assassins has disappeared into the smokescreen. But what now? Casey Jones has gone home, and the Turtles will still be turned back to what they were before the mutagen. Casey came back with help. You see, once Casey returned back home, he, along with April O'Neil, with the help of their scientist friend, began working on another portal. There was a chance that they would be teleported into the abyss of nothingness, but they took that risk. Well, the risk paid off. But the portal will only be open for 20 minutes, so they get to work. Before returning home, the Turtles took every Foot Clan member and of course the Shredder with them. Raphael is the last one to step through the portal, and he offers his mask to show his gratitude to the Dark Knight. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Comic Island. My name is Joey, and thank you so much for checking out the Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles complete story. As a whole, I quite enjoyed the series. The beginning was really fun as we learned how the Turtles would acclimate into Gotham, a world kind of like their own. I really enjoyed the whole detective angle where Batman is trying to figure out who or what the Turtles were. There were quite a lot of filler scenes that I thought could have been cut out to make way for better dialogue or character growth, but all in all, I still enjoyed the series, and I'm glad I got the chance to cover it. So what's next for Comic Island? What comic series or complete story video should we cover next? Please let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time in another Comic Island video.